Are you still making pancakes the same old way on a griddle, in a frying pan, one at a time? That's so yesterday, last week, last year. Let me show you how to feed everybody at the same time. Meal prep, all at the same time, guys. You are going to love this. Stick with me. Come back. Do I have your attention? Okay, great. Welcome to my channel, guys. My name is Vicki-Lynne. I'm the vegan cook, and I'm going to teach you how to make vegan easy, because this is Cooking Vegan with Vicki, as you already know. So you're going to grab a 13 by 9 pan. I've greased mine because mine's supposed to be nonstick, but it's not all that great. And I put a parchment paper in the bottom just because it makes it so much easier. You're going to preheat your oven to 425. That's it. It's pretty easy. You probably already have everything you need in your kitchen, and you can switch up what flavor you want these to be. For today, it's the fall, so you guessed it, it's pumpkin. I love pumpkin. And again, if you watch my pumpkin pie recipe, you'll know I have pumpkin pie all year round. So we're going to put this aside for now. The first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to make our flax egg. So what we're going to need is a bowl, a tablespoon of ground flaxseed. So a flax egg is just going to be our binding ingredient since we don't use eggs anymore. And then we're going to take 3 tablespoons of water, and we're going to mix that up at the bottom of our bowl. I usually make this in a separate, but we're just going to kind of do it all together in one bowl. We're going to put that aside just for a second. We want to kind of let that set for about 5 minutes. We want it to kind of get all jelly. While we're doing that, we're just going to sift our dry ingredients. And pretty simple. It's 2 cups of flour and 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar. We don't have to sift the brown sugar. We do have to sift the flour. I like sifting my flour just because it makes it airy. And that's what we want to make sure, that we get all the lumps out of our flour. And again, back in the day, they used to always sift their flour just because of the way they stored their flour. They wanted to make sure there was nothing in their flour, any extra critters or anything. And just by the way that they used to mill their own flour, they wanted to make sure that there wasn't any hulls or husks or anything in there. We don't have to deal with that anymore, but okay. So this is super simple. And when I found this, I was like, oh, this is easy. You bake it all together. Everybody could sit down, so you're not having to hold pancakes in the oven to keep them warm while you're cooking other pancakes for other people. Everybody gets to sit down at the same time. How lovely is this? Who is the genius that came up with this? I don't know, but they're so smart. Okay, to that we're adding 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar. Easy peasy. And then some of our dry ingredients. Again, we're using pumpkin spices, which are going to be your cinnamon, cloves, nutmeg, baking powder, baking soda, some salt, and ginger. No worries, recipe's going to be down below, guys. Super simple. I've already pre-measured them because sometimes when I do this, I talk too much and then I forget. So I find it's better if I prepare so that I'm prepared for you. Because, you know, I like to ramble. And we're just going to stir that all together. Now, our flax egg has gelled up nicely. So now to our wet ingredients, we're going to add in 1.5 cups of plant-based milk. You can use whatever you want. I happen to have soy milk on hand, so that's what I'm using. 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. And so with the apple cider vinegar and our soy milk, it is going to make buttermilk. which is going to cause a chemical reaction with our baking powder and our baking soda. And that's going to give us light and fluffy pancakes. Teaspoon of vanilla. And our shining ingredient for today is our pumpkin. And this is pure pumpkin. Don't get the pumpkin pie filling, guys. That's not what we want. We want real pumpkin, 100% pure pumpkin. So last year there was some parts of the country there's a pumpkin shortage. And a little extra pumpkin is not going to hurt. I made this actually starch solution friendly, so there's no oil in this. So a little extra pumpkin's not going to hurt. Oh, he's so good. I love pumpkin. I'll save the rest of that. So that's just a smaller can, about 3/4 of the can, I guess. So I can use the rest to make a smoothie or a latte. And we're just going to blend our wet ingredients. So far, so easy. And these go great in the freezer. You could take them out and warm them up. Now, you could do them on a longer baking sheet, but I find that they come out too thin. So I like them in the 9x13. We're going to just add our dry ingredients to our wet ingredients. Again, can't get any simpler than this. Probably should have switched over earlier. Just going to mix. Oh, it smells so good. I'm not always a pumpkin spice person. I like pumpkin with cinnamon more than. So you can serve these up. Now I already toasted just some pumpkin seeds to serve on top, and these are great with just maple syrup. But if you have a little, vegan whipped cream or whatever, that would be great. And again, we're just going to pour it in our prepared pan. And it will depend on, 1, again, your oven, guys, and 2, the pan that you use. So this should take probably 18 minutes, give or take, on your oven. So smooth it out. You want to make sure that it's nice and even. Now you could have also put some pecans in there. See, I talked and I forgot. So I'm just going to sprinkle them on top. Pecans would be really good in this. Should have gone in the batter. Again, welcome to my channel. If you don't know me already, I'm always forgetting to put something in my recipes. See, as much as I prepare, it's real life, guys. I can't make this up. I can't pretend that I am not perfect. Nobody is perfect, guys. I try to be really good for you guys, for everybody that comes here to join me. I so appreciate you dropping by. I just love to show everybody how great vegan food can taste. That is why I'm here. No other reason. Just because vegan food is so great. Okay, I'm going to throw this in our oven at 425 for about 15 to 18 minutes. Keep an eye on it. When it's golden brown, that's when it's ready to come out. And again, your oven's going to be different, so check. Keep an eye on it, so check your oven. Okay, our masterpiece is ready and coming out of the oven. Let's turn that off. Look at that, guys. Does that not look great? We're going to let it cool for a couple of minutes on a cooling tray, and then we're going to pop that out. I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so let me show you how to turn this out. Just needs a couple of minutes because it's fiery hot when it comes out of the oven. We're just going to turn this over. So what I've done just take a knife, go around the edges just to loosen it up, just to make sure there's no batter stuck. Okay. Turn it over. See all the steam coming out. Ta-da! Just going to flip this so you guys can see it. There we go. Now you can let it cool. I'm always too impatient because I'm hungry. And then just cut it. It freezes really well. Again, I would let it cool because it'll cut much nicer when it cools. I'm too impatient. You know what? Probably a serrated knife would cut that much nicer. What's this? Get the steam on that. And of course, a little maple syrup. I'm going to have mine with a little whipped cream and a couple of pumpkin seeds. Hope you've enjoyed this one, guys. Give this one a try. It's great for any time of the year, but especially in the fall. See you in the next one.